Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the period covering May 14 through 27, 2024. This is a reading if you are Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, or have another significant Sagittarius placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you're returning to this channel, welcome back. These readings are done according to the 12 astrological houses, so this way I can cover a lot of territory and not just focus on one aspect of your life. Some readings just focus on career or just on love. This one's going to focus on everything. I use the Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck. This is my main deck that I use, and I clarify with a tarot deck. This week I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I will be clarifying this week with a Moonology card at the end. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss videos. In addition to the tarot videos, I do have a daily morning coffee with Breege. I do this on Instagram at 6:30 in the morning live, and I also do readings on there as well, daily readings. So the only reason I don't do those is if I'm sick or traveling. But definitely check those out if you are interested. There's also where I do some discussions of my coaching business. I do have links to the things that I do in terms of readings, coaching, and other services that I provide down in the description box below, along with my social media links. And and of course, you always feel free to leave me a comment on a reading if you can tell me, how I did, if it was good or bad. And I do want to mention just a couple quick things up front. These are general readings, and I'm going to be talking about what all the possible meanings are of a house. Not every meaning for these are going to apply to you. Okay, so for example, I have my hand on the third house right now. This is about communications, but it's also about brother-sister relationships. If you don't have siblings, then obviously that doesn't apply to you. So, so just to give you a sense, take what resonates, leave the rest. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Can't remember, might remember it as I go along. Okay, and this is the second go at your reading, because the first one, there was some things that got messed up with it. So I'm going to be doing the second one right now. So, okay, so first house for you, Sagittarius, this is Aries energy. So this is your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how other people see you. And we have Horus with the Queen of Swords. So Horus is definitely a card of visibility. It's a card of being seen, of being recognized, of being popular. Horus in the first house is definitely somebody with charisma and charm, and somebody that people like. But Horus here also can mean can indicate healing. So it's quite possible that maybe if you've had some shifts going on recently with connection to what you identify with or what you are known for. This could also indicate that there could be, some changes or some healing that's going on. With the Queen of Swords here, there's definitely a sense that you are being very clear, very direct, maybe even a little bit perfectionist about some things when the Queen of Swords comes up. There's definitely a sort of emotional detachment that goes on there. So definitely more of a focus here on logic, the facts, and on seeing things very clearly rather than maybe being in a more amorphous kind of either emotional or, kind of state of mind that might be a little bit more nebulous. Second house is Taurus energy, and this is your house of finances. And wow, you've got the finance card in the finance house. So this is good news. This definitely seems to suggest money coming in from somewhere. Now we have the Four of Swords here. So the Four of Swords is a card of, again, healing and recovery. It's interesting that, I would normally interpret Horus in the first house as just being charismatic and charming, which is probably the case. That's, but I also felt like there might be a healing component. And indeed here in the second house, we do see this idea of somebody, we see the knight who's lying down here. You see the Three Swords here, so this is almost like there's been some kind of a thing that, or usually the Three of Swords has to do with a separation of some kind, and this is sort of a period of recovery that comes in, although we do have this a very pretty church window that seems to make a reference to some kind of like the Hierophant card, like a higher level of commitment here. So I feel like with the Four of Swords here, Could be something where you're taking a rest. Maybe you're going to be spending money on something connected to your health. It could be, spending money on doctors or something like that. Or it could be taking some other kind of retreat, which could be something that is more alternative or more about relaxation. Okay, so that's a possible thing here too with this card. It could also indicate money that might be coming out of some kind of things, of something connected to healing. So if you are involved in a healing profession or something like that, that might also be a possible reading here. But definitely a sense of sort of taking a step back, stepping out of the flow of things, perhaps being a little less active, and maybe recovering from something. But there definitely shows money coming in. So if this is a recovery perhaps from something that was financially a struggle, if that's the aspect of this card, then definitely seems like there is going to be other monies that are coming in here. So fours definitely indicate a level of stability, however you want to look at them. Okay, third house, Gemini energy. So as I mentioned, Gemini is communication, messages of all kinds, short journeys, has to do with business, so self-employment. So if you are self-employed, that aspect would be addressed by this house. It's the house of self-effort. And as I mentioned, brother and sister relationships are also covered by this house. So again, take which aspect of that applies here. But we have pyramid with the Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is interesting because aces usually do bring messages, and this is the house of messages. So there could be messages about new love. This could be something where you are, there could just be, if it's not actually about love, it could also just be a message that is it's something that makes you happy, something that is emotionally satisfying, something that allows you to, I always feel like this particular ace is about, learning to flow with your emotions or learning to do what makes you happy. So I don't know, there seems to be some kind of an opportunity being held out to you here, whether it has to do with love or something else. But we do have pyramid here. So pyramid as our first card would suggest something that's going to take some time. So yeah, there may be a message about something, but I feel like, I don't know, there could have been a test situation. And again, if this has to do with love, this could just be something that has been challenging, but is going to eventually be okay eventually, or something that's going to lead to this new beginning, or this kind of happy situation, or this new love or new opportunity. If we're not talking about that, if we are talking about a situation where that has to do with, say, if you're self-employed with business or with something like that, then again, there just seems to be a situation that may have been a test or a struggle, something that maybe you were hoping was going to maybe be solved sooner rather than later. But it does seem like there's going to be some kind of a message or good news that's coming in. But this card does suggest that there's sort of a test period or a challenge, but there will be good news eventually, okay? And we are seeing that good news coming up here. So this could be something you've been waiting on. Fourth house is Cancer energy. This has to do with home, family. So this is your physical home, your sense of being at home, your sense of security, also your family, ancestral stuff as well. And it can also have to do with your mother. And that's interesting because we actually have two cards that can most definitely relate to mother or mother energy here. So I don't know. There's a couple possibilities here. There could be something going on in connection with your own mother. Or there could be somebody like in your family, maybe it's you even, who might be becoming a mother. That's a possibility here for some people. But definitely strong emotional and nurturing energy here. So if there's nothing specifically going on in the realm of either pregnancy or your actual mother, then this could just simply indicate a desire to sort of be at home. Yeah, like I said, we have this Four of Swords energy here. So for some people, it just may be wanting to be at home, having some emotional rest and respite, some self-care, some nurturing. Definitely a strong energy here about whether this is connected specifically to your family or just you taking a time out within your own home. Fifth house, this is Leo energy. This has to do with creativity, children, love affairs, sometimes sport and recreation and things like that. Leo is also a house, it's ruled by the sun, so it's definitely a house of recognition and of being seen. Okay, so we have air with the Five of Cups. So Five of Cups is interesting. This is a card that has to do with sorrow. So it's quite possible that for some of you, maybe there's been a recent love relationship that, I don't know, this usually would indicate a loss. like that there's something that has been lost here. So for some people, this could have been a breakup. I mean, with air, we're looking at relationships that are not very serious. Air is more of a friendly kind of alliance rather than rather than like a deep romance or anything like that. It could be somebody who maybe perhaps is very flirty or very communicative, but may also be very, very detached. And actually what just came into my head is this person, there may be somebody who's very detached, and it could possibly be because they are still mourning some kind of a loss or some kind of a situation that may be in the past. Because there seems to be a need for this person to turn around and see what the opportunities are behind them. So that's interesting because we have this new love energy over here. So I think you might be dealing with somebody if a love affair is on the table for you. Obviously, if you're married or if there's something else, then that this may not apply to you. But if this is about love, then I think it might be just somebody who has been very friendly but detached, and they may still be mourning a past situation. I mean, you can take it as it resonates. This could be you, but that's what came into my head. So I think that's what this may be about. If this has to do with a creative venture, okay, this air has to do with writing or communication of some kind, or maybe even speaking. And maybe the creative project centers around something that was a loss, or around a plot or a storyline that may have to do with a loss of some kind. So I don't know. It's that also came into my mind. That wouldn't be a normal interpretation here either. But air can also just mean communicate, some kind of creative project that deals with words in some way. But there definitely seems to be the idea of if there's been a situation where you've been looking at what's negative or something that's been lost or maybe something that's failed. This is telling you to look at what it is that you have, turn around and look at the opportunities that you have. There's a need to let go of the past here in some particular situation. So take it as it resonates here, because as I said, this is creativity, children, and love affairs. And it feels to me like that maybe has less to do with children, but if you think this applies to a child, then that may be what it means for you. But I'm feeling more like it's one of the other two. Okay, 6th house, Virgo energy. This is health, healing, worries, and anxieties, and can also have to do with employment in the sense of a job where you work for somebody as opposed to self-employment of the 3rd house. Okay, wow, we've got Ta with the 10 of Swords. So, wow, so 10 of Swords is an ending or possibly a betrayal. It's interesting because we have this 5 of Cups here, so maybe there is a loss of love for somebody, or maybe there's something that you're still recovering from. This could have to do with a job. There could be a job that ends very suddenly, and it doesn't necessarily, there's 2 possibilities here. It could be a job where something just very suddenly comes to an end, or it could be a situation with this job where you are, sometimes the 10 of Swords can indicate an ending of something that has been very stressful for a long time and it given you a lot of mental anxiety. But now it is finally over, and there can be a sense of relief that moves in. Now we have this with Ta, which is why I'm inclined to think that this may be connected to a work situation for somebody, because Ta is definitely about work. It's about mastery of something. And it could be, like I said, there could be something that you've been working very hard at. Ta can be, it really can be any kind of work, because this is Capricorn energy, it's Saturn. Again, it reminds me a little bit of the pyramid over here, the idea of kind of slowly and steadily building something. Or putting a lot of effort, or very, very productive kind of a card. This is Capricorn, Saturn, and it's something that's kind of is slow and steady, but also this is an idea of lessons being learned, things being built. So I'll be interested to see what's in the 10th house, but there definitely seems to be some kind of an ending. So either there's an ending coming to a job situation here, or this has to do with some kind of an ending at the end of a worry that you've had. It's one or the other. With the Ta card, I don't know. I feel like whatever's coming to an end is perhaps going to be something that's going to allow you to rebuild based on your strengths, or based on, Capricorn is definitely very strong. Again, it's an energy of mastery. For some people, this could be literally like a hands-on craft that they do with Ta. But there definitely feels like there's something else that's building. This is often about, they call it building like the temple of your psyche, or building something in either a literal or figurative sense. But I don't know. It could be that something you've been building, either something's coming to an end with it, or maybe something that has been concerning you about this maybe coming to an end. So I don't know. Judging from everything else I'm seeing here, I don't think... Yeah, I feel like there may have been some kind of a loss recently or something from which you may be recovering, whether it has to do with a health issue or whether it has to do with something connected to job or work or something like that. Or maybe even, love is possible too from what I'm seeing here. But there does seem to be something that has come to an end. And I do feel like the finality of whatever it is going to allow you to, is going to actually end up being relief in the end. 7th house, Libra energy. This has to do with partnerships that are more of a legal nature, so marriages, business partnerships, which are more like, corporations and things, contracts, things like that, or any kind of really important relationship that may have a legal component. Okay, now it's interesting. We have both the King and Queen of Cups in this reading, and you have the King of Cups here with the winged disc. So I don't know, for somebody here, okay, so if we go back, if this is about love, now, another thing that this house can represent, if you are in a relationship with somebody or trying to get in a relationship with somebody and you want to know about your long-term prospects with this person, this suggests to me, okay, if I'm going to read these together, this could be somebody who's maybe very detached and friendly right now, but still recovering from a past situation. This would suggest that this person overcoming that and getting control of their emotions. This is somebody who is very emotionally mature. Could be a water sign person, does not have to be. It could, but sometimes it could be somebody who's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But again, does not have to be the case. But there definitely seems to be somebody. There is somebody here who is coming with love. Perhaps this is somebody who's very successful too. That's possible. If you are already married, this could represent your spouse, or if it has to do with some other kind of relationship that's important, either like I said, a business relationship or something else. There definitely still seems to be, somebody perhaps who is emotionally invested in something that you're doing, and it does seem something that is going to bring potentially great success. So, so take that as it resonates for you. 8th house, this is Scorpio energy. Scorpio is about transformations, endings, beginnings, and also about other people's money potentially. All right, so we have the Two of Wands here with Bast. Now, the Two of Wands indicates, okay, just like we have the Ace down here, the Ace of Cups, this is like the next step beyond a beginning. This is like a preparation to move ahead. You have this person standing here. He's got two staves. He's got like what looks like a globe in his hand, and he's looking out over the water. So this is somebody who's ready to move. You are still at the beginning stages of something, but you are prepared to go on to the next phase. But there's definitely the idea of Two of Wands often is a card of a decision that has to be made to move forward on something. And of course, you are feeling very decisive here in the 1st house. So no doubt you will make the decisions you have to make. With Bastet, though, there's this theme of recognition. You've got it in the 1st house. And so Bast often comes up when we want to be recognized for what we do. But it's also the happiness card. So I feel like, I don't know, the changes I think you're making now, maybe you have an ending of a job that maybe you're ending a job that was absolute drudgery. Or maybe you've ended, I feel like that might be what it is. Like there's been maybe you've had a work situation. There's a lot of strong earth energy around work. But maybe, there could have been a literal illness, but this could also just be that you were mentally stressed out and needing a break from something. So there may be more of a focus on happiness here. There may be decisions that you have to make, but I think you are choosing a new path here and that your happiness is a priority. Certainly when Bast comes up as well, Bast sometimes does have to do with psychosomatic illness. So sometimes when we have health problems that are actually something that are coming from our stress, this may be saying, again, that need to calm stress and to take and to make the decision to take a new path. Now, if we go to the 9th house, which is your own energy, Sagittarius energy, which is Jupiter. So this is expansive energy, higher education, going back to school, educational institutions, faith and spirituality. So if you are a person who is spiritual or religious, this might represent an institution connected to that, or at least to dealing with philosophy or the bigger questions of life. It can also have to do with long journeys. So, okay, we have Sphinx with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so once again, it's really interesting. We have this theme here of resting in this. This is about sitting back, being patient, and not making a move at this point. So I feel like with Sphinx here, it's telling you, yeah, don't make a move on something yet. And the thing is, you have it with the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is like wanting to come rushing into something, wanting to do something really, really fast. So I think whatever has ended, okay, this feels to me like something has ended for you, maybe a job, possibly a relationship, but I'm feeling more like, I'm not feeling as much like it's a relationship. I'm feeling more like it could be a job situation. But again, you take it as it resonates. But I feel like it's almost like, okay, one thing's ended and you're ready to rush into the next thing. It's telling you not to do that. Taking some time. I mean, we have this Four of Swords here. Taking time out. Like there's going to be enough money. I think, okay, I think that might be what this means. There's enough money. Take a time out. Don't be saying, oh, I got to run out because I got to make money right away or something. Yep, something has come to an end here. You may have that kind of what I call worker bee energy. You know, you may want to do that. You've got this energy of wanting to relax and take time out and have nurturing at home. There's definitely that energy there. And this might be saying that you're ready to just kind of rush in and do the next thing, you know, move on to the next horizon, do the next thing. Whether that is going back to school, whether that is taking a long trip somewhere, whatever it is, there's definitely a sense that you need to stop, wait, and wait before you go. Knight of Swords is usually very hasty action, and so there may be a need to not be hasty here. Your 10th house, which is your career, fame, reputation, Capricorn energy. Yeah, we've got Thoth with Temperance. Temperance again, yeah, there's your work-life balance there, right? There's definitely, I feel like some of you have been grinding away at something that has really been taking a lot of energy out of you. So this is saying you really need to focus on this. Temperance also comes up in situations where you don't necessarily, I find it means you don't necessarily have to try very hard. Like if there's been an ending of a job or a situation or something, this looks like it's an opportunity for you to do something new. And it's an opportunity for you to get yourself in balance. And I feel like if you just get into the flow, things are just going to come to you naturally. I mean, Thoth is also a card, very similarly, divine timing. Things happening for you at the right time. And for some of you, now again, remember what I said down here about this potentially being a healing profession for somebody? Maybe some of you are getting out of some other kind of a job and maybe deciding you want to go work in some kind of healing modality or something. Because Thoth sometimes does have to do with medical, going to a profession that may have to do with medicine, healing, possibly law. And sometimes has to do with writing as well. We did see something possibly about writing here, although I still think this is a well, again, it's going to be different for everybody. I feel more like this might be a person who's just a little detached, but that is possible here, that somebody's going to say, well, I'm going to leave this job. I'm going to work in something. Maybe I'm going to write. I'm going to do some things. That's all possible too. But really with these two together, I feel like this is about timing and letting things come to you at the right time. Okay, 11th house, Aquarius energy. Aquarius is about friendships. It's about your social networks, business networks, people you know, hopes and wishes. And it can also be about your destiny and what you're trying to manifest. Okay, we got Urias with the Magician. So the Magician is definitely an energy of, again, we've got a lot of one energy, 1, 2. Yeah, we do have this ending over here, this 10. But there's a lot of energy here around trying to get your feet on the ground, trying to get stable. And this is also about like one energy is new beginning energy, right? But we have this with Urias. So Urias indicates something connected to what you're trying to manifest or your goals is going to come in very unexpectedly, okay? This is something like, or it can indicate, when it shows up in the 11th house, yeah, there's just, it can indicate that you are, maybe whatever you're looking to manifest, this often can indicate secrecy. So maybe there's something you do that maybe you're not sharing broadly with other people right now. Or it can indicate just something coming in out of the blue and unexpected with connection to a goal. Maybe it's something that's going to come through a friend because it is in the house of friendship. Or it could just be something that's going to help you manifest things. That may be why you're being told you're ready to launch on something, but it's telling you to wait, take time out, take time to heal. Something unexpected is going to come in, something that you can take action on. Something, yeah, I mean, with Magician here, this is about manifestation. So I think this is about something that you are trying to manifest. something may not be as it appears to be right now, or you may be thinking that something is going to move on a certain track or happen a certain way. But when Urias shows up, it's saying, oh, you're going to get thrown a curveball here, but not a bad curveball. Whatever this is, it's saying, wait, because there's information you're waiting on here that will make a difference in the path that you take going forward. And finally, we have the 12th house. This is Pisces energy. Pisces is about what's hidden, what might be repressed, possibly where you may have doubts or fears. It can also have to do with imagination and things like that. And okay, we have Ankh with the 3 of Cups. This is interesting. For some of you, this may be that there may be a worry that there's a third party involved in a love affair. Like here, I'm looking at this relationship stuff. If there's an issue around a relationship or around somebody you're interested in, then that's what this could mean, because the 3 of Cups can indicate like a third party coming in. If it doesn't have to do with that, if that's not on the table for you, then definitely this is a card of definitely of love, of passion, of living your life, of doing things the way you want. This is a card of celebration, of socializing, of being with friends. So this is all actually very, very good energy. And this is in the Pisces house. So there may be a fear. Yeah, I mean, and it's interesting because you've got this strong Capricorn energy and you've got this strong Earth energy showing up in these places. I feel like you're just a hardworking person and feel like you have to be working all the time. And this is saying, you know, like you're afraid to let go and just celebrate and enjoy things, like somehow you're doing it wrong. Like, or I'm lazy, or I'm not, you know, I've left a job, or I've lost a job, or something like that. And now I feel like I gotta, you know, get back out there and hit the pavement right away. And this is saying, no, you need this, whatever's happened to you, whatever this ending is, whether it has to do with a job or not, you're being asked to take some time out. This is what you need right now. You need time out. Let yourself refigure things. Don't worry about money. Everything's coming in at its right time. Yeah, and overall, we've got Nepenthes. So yeah, again, between Urias, Sphinx, and these are the 3 cards of something yet to be revealed. You know, there's something that's going to happen that has not happened yet. So you're ready to launch, but don't launch yet. I mean, yeah, you want clarity here. You've got this Queen of Swords here. This is somebody who definitely, you know, wants to cut through the nonsense and see things for what it really is. But have strength here. Have courage. Whatever's going on for you right now, everything's happening at this time for a good reason. And if there has been a loss of something that's important, maybe that's connected to your livelihood, whether it is a job, whether it's something else, don't worry. I mean, you need to take time out to heal. I feel like you've been in a very stressful situation, or a situation maybe that has not been the best for you. And whatever change has been happening, whatever new beginning is coming, I mean, yeah, this is kind of a test right now. Things are going to be fine. You are going to get to where you need to be. But there's like a timeout that's needed here. It's saying take that time out. Please, it's saying please do not rush in to the next thing right away. So yeah, so let's see. So let's do a Moonology spread for you, or rather a Moonology card pull, rather than a whole spread. So what does Sagittarius need to know for May 14 through 27, 2024? What's coming up for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising? Let's see what pops out for us here. Whoa, oh, here we go. It's time to release negativity. This is your card, and that is the full moon in Scorpio. Okay. Yeah, time to release negativity. So I feel like, yeah, there's been some kind of a situation that has been very toxic for you, it seems. Some kind of toxicity, whether it's connected to a person or, again, this from what I'm looking at here, I feel this has less to do with a relationship, although it might, but I feel like it has more to do with your livelihood, though, with your job or something like that. So yeah, time to release negativity. Whatever's been lost, I think there may be, again, there's that hold back. Don't immediately jump into the next thing. You want to have time to to release. We have this card of releasing the past, right? We want to release what has been lost or what's no more, and focus so that you can refocus yourself very clearly the way you want to on what's coming in for the future. And again, this often comes up when it's time to wait and see, you know, what the next thing is that's going to be coming in. Thing about full moon in Scorpio too, sometimes Scorpio energy can be about digging deep about things that are hidden. And I know this can also, for some people, have to do with, if in relationships, it can have to do with things that may get a little spicy too. So that's always a possibility too with Scorpio energy. Yeah, there's definitely this sense of releasing negativity. I feel like there's just something deeper about a situation that's being brought forward or that may be released. So yeah. So anyway, that's your reading for this week, Scorpio. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. I'm saying Scorpio on here, so I'm saying Scorpio. I hope this reading is helpful. And yeah, it looks to me like you just need a little bit of a timeout right now. Definitely enjoy the rest of May. Try to relax and enjoy. Hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment if you choose. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.